Hi, my name is Amanda Benway. I am a bookkeeper. I'm a certified QuickBooks Pro Advisor. I am here today to introduce you to your QuickBooks Online. Congratulations for becoming a QuickBooks Online member. You are well on your way to getting a better understanding of your business and financials. QuickBooks Online can be confusing for a lot of people who do not have a background in accounting or bookkeeping, but it's not something that is unlearnable. You can absolutely learn it. I'm going to give you today a brief overview of your QuickBooks Online and your chart of accounts. You're going to find your settings starting over here in the gear sign where you can find your accountant settings. You can manage users and you can change the styles around on some of your templates. Your day-to-day activities are going to generally start from this plus sign over here where it says new. This is where you can create an invoice, you can enter your bills, and you can write checks. We're going to start by talking about the chart of accounts because that is the basis of all companies. Your QuickBooks Online is going to look very similar to this up here. You're going to have your company name up here. You will not see this box that says Accountants Tools. When you go down in this gray area to accounting, you will see chart of accounts and reconcile. You can choose chart of accounts. Your QuickBooks Online, after taking your business basic information, is going to ask you what industry or business you are in, and they are going to generate a chart of accounts based off of that industry using information from the millions of QuickBooks Online users out there. They're going to give you something similar to what you're going to need, and then you're going to need to edit it from there to suit your needs. One of the things you're going to need to add right away is your bank account. Go over here to new. It's going to bring up a box where you're going to choose bank. I'm just going to open this so that you see that there are other options. Your bank account is most likely a checking account where you're doing most of your business. I like to choose the bank's name. Let's say that you are using Bank of America. And you can hit save and close, and you will see now in your chart of accounts that you have Bank of America. Let's say your business also uses a credit card. You can enter that the same way. Instead of using bank, drop down to credit card. It's going to give you an automatic detail type of credit card, and let's say you use a Chase Visa. Save and close, and you have now entered the credit card you were using. That takes care of where the monies are coming in and out of. You then need to have an income account where you're going to be receiving your money in. That would be something like sales of product income, services. That's all dependent on what you do for your business. You may have cost of goods sold if you are purchasing something and then reselling it, or if you are making something and then reselling it. And then you are going to have expenses. They're going to give you a very basic chart of accounts for expenses such as travel, utilities, purchases. I like to create a more detailed chart of accounts because it's going to give you a better picture later of where your money is actually going, and that's going to allow you to make better financial decisions for your company in the future. For example, I really don't like to use the category purchase. I think it's much too vague. I would prefer to just get rid of it. To get rid of it, you can go to this drop-down arrow and you can choose make inactive, and that will no longer be available for your use. What I do like to do is make subcategories. So there's generally in a chart of accounts, advertising and marketing. That's going to come standard. Now, I personally like to know exactly where my advertising money is going. I have a website, I do some print ads, and I do some radio ads. I also do some social media ads. And I want to know how much I'm spending on each one so that I can make a decision later viewing the results of those ads and seeing if it was worth the money. So I'm going to create new. And from here, I'm going to choose an expense. Advertising and promotional is correct, but I would like to add in print ads. I'm going to make this a sub-account of advertising. when we view the reports, it's going to show underneath advertising. That's your basics for your chart of accounts. You're going to need to edit it and have it suit your needs for your company. You can edit as you go as well, because maybe today you don't know what all of your income and expenses are, and businesses are always evolving and changing. After you have developed your chart of accounts, you can view your reports. In the gray area, choose reports. It's going to give you suggested reports that are the most common used. You can edit this at any point. Profit and loss is going to be your statement that shows your income less your expenses. When we open this up, we're not going to see very much because this is a sample company. Obviously, I cannot show you real people's data. Up here is where you can filter it. I'm choosing all dates just to see if there's anything in here that we can take a look at, and then click run report. Okay, so this is where it's going to show your sales less your cost of goods sold less your expenses. And if there was data in there for advertising and print advertising, you would see it sort of like this. This has auto. Under auto is fuel spent. You would see the same thing, advertising, print, advertising. And then you would have your bottom line. When you want to add a user to your account, this is very helpful for adding your accountant, and that's why I wanted to add this into the QuickBooks Online overview video. You're going to use Manage Users. Under Manage Users, you are going to see the users, and that should be yourself and whoever else you need to be a user, and then your accounting firms. On this particular one, because I own this account, I am the accounting firm. You can go to Invite and you can add your accountant or your bookkeeper or your pro advisor right here. And you have their name and their email and their firm. Depending on the subscription level you can get, you can add at least one pro advisor and one accounting firm. If you would like to reach out to me because you have questions or would like more help, this is my email right here. I cannot for some reason expand it, but it is amanda@creativesolutionsvt.com. You can also find me on Facebook, Creative Solutions, and right here on YouTube, where I'm going to post quick, helpful training videos.